In this video, I'd like to show you how to create a page and how to work with the page builder to do that. So I'm on my demo site here. If I go to new page, that's going to bring up the WordPress editor to be able to create the page and kind of get it started. And then once we get the page started, we'll launch the page builder to actually add elements to the page. So we'll just call this test page for right now. And you would give it a title, appropriate for what you want that page to be called, and then I'm going to hit launch page builder. So what that will do is once I hit launch page builder, it will kind of save the page, and then it will jump out to the front end, refresh the page a little bit, and this time it will load the page builder interface. And you'll see it already opens up this page builder section where I can add elements or modules to my site. So you can look in the saved section if you have anything saved previously. You can have access to our templates in the templates area, or maybe you want to work on layout. You can go into this row section and drag rows in, or perhaps you just want to start with modules. Drop a heading in. This is my heading. Perhaps we need this to be the H1 for the page, and we want to center it like so. Now let's say you want some space above and below the heading. You'd actually go into the row settings for that row, and then you'd want to, if you want some blank space kind of at the top and bottom of each row, you'd want to add maybe 64 pixels of padding to the top and bottom of the row. That kind of means that nothing will get within 64 pixels of the end of the the top or the bottom of the row. Now let's say you've got a few modules in here. I'm just going to drop a few in real quick. Button, and we'll center that, and then let's put a subheading under this. It to be centered as well. Okay, and then let's say you need to move any of the modules that you've already got on the page. If you hover over here, if you hover over the module and look here on the left side, you'll see an icon to move the module. So if you just click that and drag it, you'll be able to drag it up and down through the page. And you can even establish a new column inside your row by going outside this column outline that shows up, or you can even go a little further away and put it into a new row all by itself. So now it's in its own row. Okay, and let's say we want to add columns to this row. So there are a few ways to do it. One way would be just to drag in columns into your row. Now the gray outlines are already established columns, so if I put it in here, it's going to be a nested column, so it's two columns inside of a column. But let's say we want it to just be in the row, so I'm going to put it here. Okay, and actually now I'll just show you the outline view here. This kind of gives you a really good outline of everything on your site. You can see here's a row, inside that are two columns, third column down here with the button in it. So let's say I want to move the button up into this row. Now let's say I want to get rid of this row, I can just hit remove. And then let's add an image over here, modules, photo. And you can put a photo in here. I'll just kind of grab something that we already have. There you can see that photo's been added. You can do some things like border radius to round the corners of the photo. You could add a shadow under the photo if you wanted to give it a little bit of a lifted appearance off the page, things like that. Now you can also change the width of the content in the row. So like right now, my screen width is about 1440, and that's sort of the max width that content will go with the way things are set right now. But let's say I wanted it to be a 980 row, which is a little bit more narrow. I can do that. And you can see here, now my row doesn't get any wider than 980 pixels with the two columns between those. Okay, So that should give you a good little overview of kind of how to interact with the page builder, how to add content to your page. As we go through these tutorials, you'll see how to add a background image to your rows or to your columns, how to use templates, save rows, save modules, things like that as well. Thanks. Oh, one more thing. If you run into issues, let's say you have a page that you've already done some work on, and you've already added some code to it. Occasionally we can have a bit of a JavaScript error that gets in the way of all of these things functioning. And a great way to do sort of a workaround is to add and safe mode to the URL. And if you hit return, although I didn't save my layout, so we'll see if it's still there. If you hit return, it will, there it is. It will load everything in safe mode, and then if you have any issues moving things, those issues should be resolved as soon as you go into safe mode. Now you can move things around just fine. So, hope that helps. Thank you.